Alright, we're back the following day, because I gave him a little poke last night and he was still rather wet. So let's just knock off. I think when he's done completely, we'll run a brush over him. A dry brush. Knock off all the excess. He's getting nice and fuzzy and I'm loving the sound he's making. I don't know if you can quite hear that. Yeah, he's looking good. He might need a little bit here and there around the front. And we're going to come back around the front anyway to do round the head. Or around the face and build the beard up. But for now, let's get his derriere sorted, so you can see where it's really naked in patches. So let's get a glue in. I'm going to see if we can get in there as well. That's going to be a tricky spot to reach, so let's have a go now. Because it's really close to the fingers and I really don't want to glue up his fingers. Which I've just done. Let's just try and squish some in there now. Just leave that for the second. Right. Let's get some heavy glue in. Should be enough in here. Got artificial snow everywhere. Right. Let's do this. I've got to try and get up there a bit as well, so I'll have to remember to do that. In between the legs aren't too bad. Just under the bum. A bit down the side there. Again, same sort of thing here. It's going to be a bit tricky right in between the fingers and his leg without gluing up his fingers. I don't want to do that. side of the arms a little bit as well. Again, today I might have to suddenly stop and dash at any given point, so I'm expecting some goodies in the post for the channel. Let's rotate. I think we'll... Yes, will it be alright to stand, or should he stay laying down? I think we might have to save. Or be tactical with how we apply this, because I want to build up. Each time we do a bit on the head, we're going to push it a little bit further forward. I've got to be aware, because this won't run where it's got the snow already there to slow it down, but where it's just flesh at the moment, it'll want to run a bit. Right, I think we're good. That bit in there's going to be real tricky to get to. I'm going to run down the top of his foot. I'm also not going to have many places where I can touch him. While he stood there, pack a load of this. And there. Right, let's lay him down. Let's get a smell in. And the patting method definitely worked a charm. Far more of it took. Be careful where I can pick him up. I can hold his hands. I'll try and get in there. Send him that way. We can in between there. Be very generous at this point. I'm trying to just press in and not resist the temptation to drag it around, because that's when it'll clump up in points. Get in there. And I'll push it, unintentionally, I'll push it away from where I want it. We're safe everywhere at the moment. Right, I think we've probably hit another point. Just make sure that he has got all the gluey bits. Oh, I just blew snow all over my crotch. Right, definitely got all the gluey bits covered, and you will see them. Especially at the moment with this glue, it's really white. And the snow's got that sparkle to it, so you can see. Right, I think that gap a little bit still. I think we are there, so we're going to let that dry. I don't think there's any right up in there. I think, yeah, we are going to put him aside to dry again. So it'll probably be tomorrow again, even though I've made him, like I did yesterday, I made him the first thing I did really early. But when I checked him before the end of the day, filming wise and editing wise and all that jazz, he was still, bits were likely to come off or clump or move if I were to dust him down. And definitely if I was to flip him over, he'd glue to the, he'd have a flat bit somewhere. He wouldn't glue to the cling film, but he'd have a flat bit where it all rested. So yeah, we're going to stop there again. Let that dry. We're going to dust him off a bit. Get some of that loose shifted so we can see what's actually where. Now, I might also have to suddenly stop and dash off because I'm expecting goodies in the post still. And they could come today, they could come tomorrow. So I've got to keep an ear out, but my girls are really good at letting me know when the door's going. So, let's just give him a light brush in to see what we've got where and where needs a little bit more. In fact, it makes sense to start at the top, wouldn't it? Where we left off last, we'd just given him another coat round the back and starting to bring it round the head a bit. I don't want to be too vigorous because I don't want to pull it off, even though it shouldn't pull off. I've got to be vigorous enough so we can actually see if he needs a bit more anywhere. Like around here, the awkward to reach points, he's probably going to need a bit more. And obviously we've got to come into the face a bit more. Expect this to fling everywhere, so I shall be doing a hoover later. Let's see what exactly we have. We have slowly started to stop pinging. That means we're getting there. I think he's going to need a bit more around the outside here. So we know we're going around the head some more. That's got to be built up. Right. This is where we're at. So I think a bit more around the outside of the arms for sure. A bit more in those awkward to reach points. A bit more around the side of the bum there. A little bit thin. A bit more back here. We're going to pick where we're going to go or how we can do this. I think we start around the head because we haven't got to touch the head. Let's put all that there. So we're going to start going around the head, and then we can always lay him down because his head doesn't touch anything, and try and get sides. Yeah, let's try and do that. So I got a big old top up of glue here because we were running a little shy in the last one. Let's get building that around a bit. I'm going to take this all around the head so we can build up. I'm going to come into the pink a little bit more so we can start looking at getting that beard put in. I don't want to come over that crease in his chin. We want that on show. We're going to come down a bit as well over his shoulders to emulate getting thick around there, as that'd be a bit of a hair, head hairline as well. We can be quite heavy-handed when we're on the snow. So like I said in the last video, it won't run where it's got all these knobbles to purchase itself, but it will run on the face because it's still fleshy and like a slip-slidey place. Nothing for the glue to purchase. Just be aware as we're going around that we don't get any accidental runs into his beautiful face. later on today. Apart from doing a bit of editing and getting a bit of sleeping because I'm back on my nights again. It's that time of the week again. I've got to sleep during the day at some point. But I really want to do this. I also want to start making some backgrounds for my creations. So they can have a nice, because at the moment they're, you know, I can do final shots and whatnot, but especially when it comes to sculptures and things, it's just the chaos that is my little workstation as the background. I want to make them something special. So I've got a couple of big canvases waiting for me to do something to. So I'm going to use those. Right. We are going to get his head snowed up. Let's start under here first, and the pushing it in method is definitely having a good effect. So, like I say, as long as we remember to tap it in and not spread it in, that's when we'll rub it away from where we want it to be. Somehow I've got black on the back of my finger. That keeps happening lately. I don't know what I keep touching, but I keep getting... I've obviously got something kicking around somewhere that isn't dry, and I keep touching it. Take that piece out though. That looks like a piece of bubble wrap. The discus that hasn't become snow. That's a good start. Let's just stand him back up for the moment. Yeah, he's looking good. I think we'll come down here and then come down here, and then we'll lay him down and get in these little bits where he could be being a bit more bushy. We'll take the clip off the bag of snow because we're going to need more of that. So let's get nice and thick down the outside here. Shoulders. I won't go too far back because I know this point here is going to be resting. We lay him down. Then we might... No, we're going to have him laying down, aren't we? Because we're going to be working on the legs. We might stand him up at the very end. We'll see. Good and suitable for where we're comfortable with going anyway at the moment. So let's get pressing in there. Okay. Let's stand him up for a second so we know where we can safely pick him up. We're going to get him. Where are we going to get him? It's under the crotch. Sorry, buddy. Crotch grab. Right, we're going to get a bit of this ready because we're going to need. Whoop, yeah, quite a bit actually, because we're going to go quite far with this. Right, let's get this side bulked out a bit. Oh, and yesterday I was trying to put some shorts together. And some like little general shots with the camera on my phone. And oh my days, was it giving me chip. The audio, it's been squiffy for a while, but I thought it was okay with the mic attached, or it appeared to be okay with the mic attached for a little bit. And then each time I transferred it to the computer, all you could hear was like wind, static and wind. So I kept trying all sorts and trying all sorts, and I looked to try and rectify this before because it randomly just started at one point. I tried to do a little short ages ago now, Halloween. Would it play ball? No, it would not. Well, I think I fixed it. So fingers crossed. When I get a bit of shorts put together, maybe later on today, I've got time. It'll actually be fine. So when I up the audio before uploading it, you don't just hear a load of and not actually anything I'm saying. So fingers crossed. Right, looking good. Let's hold his hands. And his bottom. Excuse me, Mr. Yeti, Mr. Abominable Snowman. I need to get in the pits a little tiny bit. I want to be careful not to block that hole. I want us to be able to see. And also get the glue off my hands, otherwise all the snow is going to stick to my hands and not to him. Should be okay. Right. Just tilt him a little bit. I think he's going to be okay to lay down. Yep. So we can get under there, and then I think we're going to have to leave him there to dry until next time. My paintbrush is also flaking. Otherwise that flake's going to come back to bite me. It'll end up on him somehow. Can we get that now? Yes, we can. It's right there. Put you there for now. Deal with that in a moment. Let's see if we can just come under here a little bit. He's a bit hairless in the old crotch region. Let's try. We'll put a little bit more under the crotch. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That was a dash all of a sudden because I have my mic wrapped around the back of my head. Of course I do. And I've got a long, thin house, so I had to quickly pull everything off, run to the front door because sometimes the postman's really good, but sometimes they don't give you too long to get there, and I really didn't want to miss it. Right, let's try. How can we hold him? Hands. Crotch. Let's try and get all this where we need it. These are awkward bits to reach to pack in. Luckily he is so solid. I can hold him with his hand and not worry about dropping him or it falling off. So I'll hold him by the foot as well. Right. I think we have packed it in everywhere we can right now. Okay, so we're going to let him stand and dry. Now, unfortunately for him and for me, but not for you, this will be but a moment for you, but for me and him, it's going to be after the weekend now, so I work pretty much all weekend. But he will be nice and dry by the time we come back to him. So we'll do the same again, we'll dust him down, have a look, see where we're at. Oh, and expand on the face some more, bring that down. Do we get a bit in there? But I think we'll get that as we're building the beard down a little bit. So yeah, that is us for now. I will see you in a little bit. I'll see him again. Well, I'll see him every day, but I won't be touching him again until Monday. So see you in a little bit.